Uh, all right. So, tip to anybody who's watching this. What's up? Anyway, this right here is the Winners Wear T-shirt. If you want one for yourself, you can get one at my on my website or on my store. Description below. Just click the link to the description if you want the shirt. Anyway, I'm going to be reading this book right here. I love this book and I love reading it. Oof. It's on managing yourself. All right. Okay. Page 13. Well, everybody gets nervous. It's natural. I'm getting it a little bit. Okay, there we go. We live in an age of unprecedented opportunity. If you've got ambition, drive, and smarts, you can rise to the top of your chosen profession, regardless of where you started out. But with opportunity comes responsibility. Companies today aren't managing their workers' careers. Rather, we must each be our own chief executive officer. Simply put, it's up to you to carve out your place in the work world and know when to change course. It's up to you to keep yourself engaged and productive during a work life that may span some 50 years. To do all of these things well, you'll need to cultivate a deep understanding of yourself. What are your most valuable strengths and most dangerous weaknesses? Equally important, how do you learn and work with others? What are your most deeply held values? And in what type of work environment can you make the greatest contribution? The implication is clear. You only operate from a combination of your strengths and self-knowledge. Now, the implication is clear. Only when you operate from a combination of your strengths and self-knowledge can you achieve true and lasting excellence. To build a life of excellence, begin by asking yourself these questions. What are my strengths? To accurately identify your strengths, use feedback analysis. Every time you make a key decision, write down the outcome you expect. Several months later, compare the actual results with your expected results. Look for patterns in what you're seeing. What results are you skilled at generating? What abilities do you need to enhance in order to get the results you want? What unproductive habits are preventing you from creating the outcomes you desire? In identifying opportunities for improvement, don't waste time cultivating skill areas where you have little competence. Instead, concentrate on and build on your strengths. How do I work? In what ways do you work best? Do you process information most effectively by reading it or by hearing others discuss it? Do you accomplish the most by working with other people or by working alone? Do you perform best while making decisions or while advising others on key matters? Are you in top form when things get stressful, or do you function best in a highly predictable environment? What are my values? What are your ethics? What do you see as your most important responsibilities for living a worthy, ethical life? Does your business's ethics resonate with your own values? If not, your career will likely be marked by frustration and poor performance. Where do I belong? Consider your strengths, preferred work style, and values. Based on these qualities, in what kind of work environment would you fit in best? Find the perfect fit, and you'll transform yourself from a merely acceptable employee into a star performer. What can I contribute? In earlier eras, businesses told business people what their contribution should be. Today, you have choices to decide how you can best enhance your business's performance. First, ask what the situation requires. Based on your strengths, work style, and values, how might you make the greatest contribution to your business's efforts? So yeah, you got to know how you work. And based on how you work, you can help other people. All right. Management time. Who's got the monkey? By the way, this is On Managing Yourself. Great book. If you ever have issues focusing or staying engaged with work, or ever feeling like exhausted, this book will help you. All right, management time. Who's got the monkey? 33. Great book. All right, you're racing down the hall. An employee stops you and says, "We've got a problem." You assume you should get involved, but can't make an on-the-spot decision. You say, "Let me think about it." You've just allowed a monkey, or someone else's problem, to leap from your subordinate's back to yours. You're now working for your subordinate. Take on enough problems, and you won't have time to deal with your real job, fulfilling your own boss's mandates and helping peers generate business results. How to avoid accumulating problems. Develop your subordinate's initiative. Basically, whoever's working under you. Like maybe that could even work for like as a parent to a child. Because I mean, let's be honest here. If you're a parent, your child is kind of like, especially if they're grown and can do stuff on their own, they're kind of like a mini employee, if you ask me. So this applies to parenting as well. For example, when an employee tries to hand you a problem, clarify whether he should 1. Recommend and implement a solution, 2. Take action, then brief you immediately, or 3. Act and report the outcome at a regular update. When you encourage employees to handle their own problems, they acquire new skills, and you liberate time to do your own job. How to return problems to their proper owners. Make appointments to deal with problems. Avoid discussing any problem on an ad hoc basis or just out of the blue. For example, when you pass a subordinate in the hallway, you won't convey the proper seriousness of the situation. Instead, schedule an appointment to discuss the issue. Specify level of initiative. Your employees can exercise 5 levels of initiative in handling on-the-job problems, from lowest to highest, The levels are 1. Wait until told what to do. 2. Ask what to do. 3. Recommend an action, then with your approval, implement it. 4. Take independent action but advise you at once. And 5. Take independent action and update you through routine procedure. When an employee brings a problem to you, outlaw use of level 1 or 2. Agree on and assign level 3, 4, or 5 to the problem. Take no more than 15 minutes to discuss any problem. Agree on a status update. After deciding how to proceed, agree on a time and place when the employee will give you a progress report. Examine your own motives. Some managers secretly worry that if they encourage subordinates to take more initiative, they'll appear less strong, more vulnerable, and less useful. Instead, cultivate an inward sense of security that frees you to relinquish direct control and support employees' growth. Develop employee skills. Employees try to hand off problems when they lack the desire or ability to handle them. Help employees develop needed problem-solving skills. It's initially more time-consuming than tackling problems yourself, but it saves time in the long run. So it's basically that old saying, give a man a fish, eats for a day. Teach a man how to fish, eats for a lifetime. That's how that works. Same principle. Foster trust. Developing employees' initiative requires a trusting relationship between you and your subordinates. If they're afraid of failing, they'll keep bringing their problems to you rather than working to solve their own problems. To promote trust, reassure them it's safe to make mistakes. Yeah, fear of failure will stop you from reaching your full potential. All right, that was management time. Who's got the monkey? Monkey's a problem. How resilience works, 47. I'll probably do this for 30 minutes. All right, let's go for like a Dutch thing and probably say like how resilience works. That's it. But, okay, resilience works. These are dark days. People are losing jobs, taking pay cuts, suffering foreclosure on their homes. Some of them are snapping. Some of them are snapping, sinking into depression or suffering a permanent loss of confidence. But others are snapping back. For example, taking advantage of a layoff to build a new career. What carries them through tough times? Resilience. Resilient people possess 3 defining characteristics. They coolly accept the harsh realities facing them. They find meaning in terrible times, and they have an uncanny ability to improvise, making do with whatever's at hand. In deep recessions, resilience becomes more important than ever. Fortunately, you can learn to be resilient. Resilience can help you survive and recover from even the most brutal experiences. To cultivate resilience, apply these practices. Face down reality. Instead of slipping into denial to cope with hardship, take a sober, down-to-earth look of the reality of your situation. You'll prepare yourself to act in ways that enable you to endure, training yourself to survive before the fact. Search for meaning. When hard times strike, resist any impulse to view yourself as a victim and to cry, "Why me?" Rather, devise constructs about your suffering to create meaning for yourself and others. You'll build bridges from your present day ordeal to a fuller, better future. Those bridges will make the present manageable by removing the sense that the present is overwhelming. Continually improvise. When disaster hits, be inventive, make the most of what you have, putting resources to unfamiliar uses, and imagining possibilities others don't see. All right. Yeah, you got to be really inventive to think your way out of a problem. Manage your energy, not your time. 61. Ugh. Oh, it's almost 7. Okay. What the hell? Oh no. 61. Organizations are demanding ever higher performance from their workforces. People are trying to comply, but the usual method, putting in longer hours, has backfired. They're getting exhausted, disengaged, and sick, and they're defecting to healthier job environments. Longer days at the office don't work because time is a limited resource. But personal energy is renewable, says Schwartz and McCarthy. That's basically someone who, those are the people who wrote the business article here. By fostering deceptively simple rituals that help employees regularly replenish their energy, businesses build workers' physical, emotional, and mental resilience. These rituals include taking brief breaks at specific intervals throughout the day, expressing appreciation to others, reducing interruptions, and spending more time on activities people do best and enjoy most. Help your employees systematically rejuvenate their personal energy, and the benefits go straight to your bottom line. So basically what that means is, if someone's working for you, you take care of their needs, they take care of your needs. Mm-hmm. So the two people who wrote the business article on this, Schwartz and McCarthy, recommend these practices for renewing 4 dimensions of personal energy. The first one is physical energy. Enhance your sleep by setting an earlier bedtime and reducing alcohol use. Mm-hmm. Reduce stress by engaging in cardiovascular activity at least 3 times a week and strength training at least once. Eat small meals and light snacks every 3 hours. Learn to notice signs of imminent energy flagging, including restlessness, yawning, hunger, and difficulty concentrating. Oh, yeah, I have a hard time with that one. Keep trying to force myself to do stuff when I'm still tired. Take brief but regular breaks away from your desk at 90 to 120-minute intervals throughout the day. Emotional energy. Diffuse negative emotions like irritability, impatience, anxiety, and insecurity through deep abdominal breathing. Fuel positive emotions in yourself and others by regularly expressing appreciation to others in detailed, specific terms through notes, emails, calls, or conversations. Look at upsetting situations through new lenses. Adopt a reverse lens to ask, what would the other person in this conflict say, and how might he be right? Use a long lens to ask, how will I likely view this situation in 6 months? Employ a wide lens to ask, how can I grow and learn from this situation? Mm-hmm. A lot of times when people are like caught up in an argument or some kind of back and forth, People often don't take a look or try to think from the other person's perspective. So try to do that more often to try and reach like a compromise next time you're in an argument. Mm-mm. All right. How to replenish mental energy. Reduce interruptions by performing high concentration tasks away from phones and email. Yeah, that'll definitely distract you. Respond to voicemails and emails at designated times during the day. Every night, identify the most important challenge for the next day. Then make it your first priority when you arrive at work in the morning. Yeah, that's something I struggle with a lot. A lot of times I just tend to wing it and just do stuff off in my head. But because of that, I end up forgetting about like one or two little things I'm supposed to do. So it's a really good idea to write the stuff down a day prior so you know what you're doing the next day. Spiritual energy. How to renew that? Identify your sweet spot activities. Those give you feelings of effectiveness, effortless absorption, and fulfillment. Find ways to do more of these. One executive who hated doing sales reports delegated them to someone who loved that activity. And because they loved it, they did it whole lot better. Allocate time and energy to what you consider most important. For example, spend the last 20 minutes of your evening commute relaxing so you can connect with your family once you're home. Live your core values. For instance, if consideration is important to you by other colleagues or whatever, or you're trying to get a promotion, but if you're perpetually late for meetings and stuff like that, or late for work, practice intentionally showing up 5 minutes early for meetings. How businesses can help. To support energy renewal rituals in your firm, build renewal rooms where people can go to relax and refuel. Subsidize gym memberships. Encourage managers to gather employees for midday workouts. Suggest that people stop checking emails during meetings. I'm good with that. Hello? Oh. All right, that was Manage Your Energy, Not Your Time. Wow, I'm consistently getting a like. That's nice. Overloaded circuit 79. $45. $45. I can do 45. Overloaded circuits. Frenzied executives who fidget through meetings, miss appointments, and jab at the elevator's door close button aren't crazy people, just crazed. They're suffering from a newly recognized neurological phenomenon called attention deficit trait, ADT. Marked by distractibility, inner frenzy, and impatience, ADT prevents managers from clarifying priorities, making smart decisions, and managing their time. This insidious condition turns otherwise talented performers into harried underachievers, and it's reaching epidemic proportions. ADT isn't an illness or character defect. It's our brain's natural response to exploding demands on our time and attention. As data increasingly floods our brains, We lose our ability to solve problems and handle the unknown. Creativity shrivels, mistakes multiply. Some sufferers eventually melt down. How to control ADT's ravaging impact on performance. Foster positive emotions by connecting face to face with people you like throughout the day. Take physical care of your brain by getting enough sleep, eating healthfully, and exercising regularly. Organize for ADT. Designating part of each day for thinking and planning, and setting up your office to foster mental functioning. For example, keeping part of your desk clear at all times. These strategies may seem like no-brainers, but they'll help you vanquish the ADT demon before it can strike. How you can combat ADT. Promote negative emotion. My dumbass actually said negative. Wow, that's funny. Promote positive emotions. Negative emotions, especially fear, can hamper productive brain functioning. To promote positive feelings, especially during highly stressful times, interact directly with someone you like at least every 4 to 6 hours. In environments where people are in physical contact with people they trust, brain functioning hums. By connecting comfortably with colleagues, you help your brain's executive center, responsible for decision making, planning, and information prioritizing. It helps that part of the brain perform at its best. Take physical care of your brain. Ample sleep, a good diet, and exercise are critical for staving off attention deficit trait. You're getting enough sleep if you can wake up without an alarm clock. Oh yeah, I have a hard time with that one. I always need the alarm to get up. You're eating well if you're avoiding sugar and white flour and consuming more fruits and whole grains, vegetables, and protein instead. You're exercising enough if you're taking a brisk walk or going up and down a flight of stairs a few times a day. Organize for ADT. Instead of getting sucked into the vortex of email or voicemails first thing in the morning, attend to a critical task. With paperwork, apply the Ohio rule. Handle it only once. Whenever you touch a document, act on it, file it, or throw it away. Do crucial work during times of the day when you perform at your best. Use whatever small strategies help you function well mentally, whether it's listening to music or walking around while working, or doodling, drawing during meetings. And before you leave for the day, list 3 to 5 priority items you'll need to address tomorrow. What your business can do. In firms that ignore ADT symptoms, employees underachieve, create clutter, and cut corners. Careless mistakes, illness, and turnover increase as people squander their brain power. To counteract ADT and harness employees' brain power, invest in amenities that help foster a positive, productive atmosphere. So yeah, you got to do what you can to help foster that. Overloaded circuits. Oh yeah, I feel hot. Be a better leader. Have a richer life. 97. I don't know how I feel about that. Like I could actually do that. Hmm. Life's a zero-sum game, right? The more you strive to win in one dimension, e.g., your work, the more the other three of your the other. Blah, 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 blah. Let's try that over again. Life's a zero-sum game, right? The more you strive to win in one dimension, example, your work, the more the other three dimensions of your life, yourself, your home, and your community must lose. Not according to Friedman, the person who wrote this article. You don't have to make trade-offs among your life's domains, nor should you. Trading off can leave you feeling exhausted, unfulfilled, or isolated. And it hurts the people you care about most. To excel in all dimensions of your life, use Friedman's total leadership process. First, articulate who and what matters most in your life. Then experiment with small changes that enhance your satisfaction and performance in all 4 domains. For example, exercising 3 mornings a week gives you more energy for work and improves your self-esteem and health, which makes you a better parent and friend. Friedman's research suggests that people who focus on the concept of total leadership have a 20% to 39% increase in satisfaction of all their life domains, and a 9% improvement in job performance, even while working shorter weeks. Look at that. Being a lot more effective at working while working shorter weeks. Impressive. Total leadership helps you mitigate a range of problems that stem from making trade-offs among the different dimensions of your life. Feeling unfulfilled because you're not doing what you love. Feeling inauthentic because you're not acting according to your values. Feeling disconnected from people who matter to you most. Feeling exhausted by trying to keep up with it all. To tackle such problems using total leadership, take these steps. Number 1, reflect. For each of the 4 domains of your life, work, home, community, and self, reflect on how important each is to you, how much time and energy you devote to each, and how satisfied you are in each. Are there discrepancies between what is important to you and how you spend your time and energy? What is your overall life satisfaction? So what brings you happiness? 2, brainstorm possibilities. Based on the insights you've achieved during your 4-way reflection, brainstorm a long list of small experiments that may help you move closer to greater satisfaction in all 4 domains. These are new ways of doing things that would carry minimal risk and let you see results quickly. For example, turning off cell phones during family dinners can help you sharpen your focus on the people who matter most to you. Exercising several times a week could give you more energy. Joining a club with coworkers could help you forge closer friendships with them. Preparing for the week ahead on Sunday evenings could help you sleep better and go into the new week refreshed. 3, choose experiments. Narrow the list of experiments you've brainstormed to the 3 most promising. They should improve your satisfaction and performance in all 4 dimensions of your life, have effects viewed as positive by the people who matter to you in every dimension of your life. They should be the most costly in regret and missed opportunities if you don't do these things. And these things should position you to practice skills you most want to develop and do more of what you want to be doing. Exactly. So stop thinking in an either-or mindset. All right, that was Be a Better Leader, Have a Richer Life. Well, I do have other important work to do. All right, 7:15, 7:16, yeah. Because I mean, in all fairness, I think I pretty much did what I came out to do. Yeah, I'm good. Because here's the thing, I could keep going to 40 minutes, but I'm like, what's the point? I did over 30 minutes. I'm good. See ya.